And you two have written this book together, Way of the Cobra Couples.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
And as I understand, it's a rule book on how couples should react in a relationship and work support
It's a rule book. It's a book that follows the strategy and philosophy from the first two books in this series, Way of the Cobra and Welcome to the Kumite. And COBRA is an acronym. It's formed from the words character, optimization, balance, respect, and abundance. And we took the philosophies and strategy and now show you how to integrate it into a relationship so you can become a COBRA couple.
And what makes a good Cobra couple?
So a COBRA couple is somebody who is in a partnership where you grow together, but you maintain your individuality. So sometimes one of us is doing something great and amazing.
Sometimes one leads, the other follows, and sometimes the other follows and the other leads.
Yes.
Right? I'm usually following. Sorry. I like the view.
You two support each other, right? You support
Absolutely.
each other.
Absolutely. That's critical. It's important that neither person's individuality gets lost in the relationship. Communication, laughing.
Yeah, we have
a lot of fun.
We have some tools in the book that really help couples. One is the relationship rule book. It's something you start right in the beginning of the relationship where you kind of outline what your boundaries are and you talk together. It's not about one person winning. It's about how do we come together and make something better.
Right. I agree.
What inspired the book?
So, when I met Sean, I had 4 kids, and he was.
She still does.
Yes, I still do, and at the time. So when we got together, everyone was like, "How did you go to Hollywood, meet the first guy, and then marry him with 4 kids? How did you do that?" And then the follow-up question is, "How are you guys still together?" And so we wrote this book for all of those people who want to know what it takes to make a strong relationship and to stay together through all the adversity that we've seen and the craziness of Hollywood, where anything can happen.
Hollywood can be a bit of a jungle. It's not necessarily always the most conducive place for a relationship, but if you have a strong relationship and good communication, you can have a great relationship anywhere, I think.
Absolutely. And you guys complement each other very well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Yes,
I appreciate
this is not our first collaboration. Our first collaboration was Studio City, and we won an Emmy. So I figured this was going to be a home run.
I understand you're a producer and writer, and didn't you have a medical practice as well?
Previously, yes. That was I jumped right out of medicine right into entertainment, and it was really a crazy process for me because I didn't know anything. I only knew Sean, and so I rode his coattails for a while. It rubbed off. He's a great teacher.
That's great. And I know you're on Cobra Kai, but you were on The Bold and the Beautiful as well?
I still am. Next year I'll be starting my 25th year on Bold and the Beautiful. So, and it's right behind here, CBS is where our stage is.
So that was convenient. You just left work and decided to come here?
Well, it's more convenient than you know because there's actually a revolving door at the bottom of our stage. So during lunch, you just come right out. We used to go to Maggiano's all the time, take your card and go right back in. So it's very convenient. Yeah.
This worked out well for you.
Right.
Yes.
Indeed.
Good planning.
Yes.
Where's your website for this book? I know we got to buy it, but...
Yeah. So you can go to wayofthecobra.com and you can get an autographed copy. And for those of you who really identify with the book and just have some one-on-one questions, we offer coaching.
Yes, we do.
And we also answer our Instagram. I'm at Michele.Kanan and he is at
Sean.Kanan.
And where do we get the coaching? Is that on the website?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Wayofthecobra.com.
Yep.
Well, thank you both. It's been a pleasure.
Too.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
We didn't get your Instagram.
My Instagram is Michele.Kanan.
And yours?
Sean.Kanan.
Well, thank you both. Thank you. And you are health and wellness and...
I'm a health and wellness expert. I'm the host of Live Well and Thrive podcast on YouTube, Spotify. It's Apple Podcasts. You can find it in every platform in the world. And I'm here to support Michele and Sean. I felt it's a privilege to be the moderator for this book launch. And knowing them for a short period of time, their love is magical. And when you have that kind of love and you have 5 children, they needed to do a book because we have a lot of unhappy people around the world. And after reading that book, it's going to change your life forever.
And you found it inspiring?
Totally inspiring because, it's not just for couples. It's for maybe if you had a little tiff with your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother. It's to help heal and reconnect and generate positive energy. But they give you the steps along the way how to turn your life around if there are issues. And it was just so beautifully well done that I was like, wow, this is a must-read book. I've read it 3 times already. It's magical.
That's great. What a glowing recommendation.
And, you know, after I met them the first time, they came on my podcast. I interviewed them separately. I fell in love with them. They were beautiful, wonderful individuals, and they had that magic between them. I mean, they've been married, I think, over like 14 years and 5 kids. And to have that chemistry, that is magical. So magical. So that's why I said, when they asked me to be the moderator, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. And I told them, I ripped up the list of questions. I'm going to ask you questions that you don't even know I'm going to ask. And I want to see an organic response. So what you hear tonight is going to be questions that have not been rehearsed because they won't know what I'm asking. And what they answer is from the heart. And that's what I do with my show. I never tell my guests the talking points. We're going to sit down and have a fireside chat, and we're going to have fun. But they're an amazing couple. They have this beautiful energy, and I feel privileged to be here tonight.
And you have a wonderful podcast. I've seen it.
Oh,
I've seen you
really?
broadcast. Yeah, I'm a fan
you.
of yours as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm proud of it because it's something I did because I wanted to give back to society. You know, I'm not selling green drinks and doing commercials for chocolate-covered almonds. You're not going to get any of that on my show. Just real talk and great advice.
And where do we find your podcast for people who, like me, who don't already watch it?
Well, you know, it's on YouTube. It's Mike Torsh's Live Well and Thrive. It's on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. But if you go to my website, operationfitness.com, it has all the links where to go for my podcast.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it was such a pleasure.
And Julia, you're Michelle's daughter, is that right?
Yes, I am Michelle's daughter.
What do you think of your mom and your stepdad writing this book together?
I think it's great. I mean, I was around for the first wave of the Cobras, so I am so happy for them that they decided to do this together. My mom is a fantastic writer, and I'm so glad. I love getting to see her live out her dreams, so it's great as a daughter.
And is this exciting that they had this rule book for their relationship? Is it like because you live with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly the people that I go to first for advice in my relationship would be my mom and also my stepdad. And I think they have a really funny good cop, bad cop approach that I think the reader will really enjoy. So I'm excited to read it. I'm really excited.
Well, that's really exciting. It's good to get the daughter's perspective too. We kind of like the inside scoop.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, they're so fun and they have such opposing personalities. So I think it's going to be so much fun. Yeah.
And do you have an Instagram?
I do. My Instagram is @Juliet_Vega. If you're interested in following me, I'm there. And yeah.
Thank you so much, Julie. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, how are you? Oh my God, I know, we're the two Melissas. We're always together, aren't we?
Can we get your full name, Melissa, then?
Melissa Niece Smith.
Okay, so we
Yes.
get it on the camera.
Yes, for sure.
So tell us about your new show.
Oh my gosh, so I have the movie coming out next month and have a couple other projects can't really talk about right now, but I'm really excited about them, so keep a
Tell
lookout.
us the name of the movie.
The Dream.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Where do we see the movie?
Well, it premieres next month in Beverly Hills, so I'm not sure where it's going to be shown yet.
Oh, well, congratulations to that. And what does it mean to be here for this couple rule book advice?
Oh my gosh, Sean is just an inspiration, period. So is Michele. I've been so influenced by his words, so I'm really, really excited to see what they wrote about. I've been married for 23 years, so kind of know how it goes. But I'm really excited to see what they have to say to help couples out, because people quit too easily nowadays. You know, it's like they have a disagreement, they're done. We gotta keep it going.
And it's great. So maybe you could, like, with your 23 years of experience, you could be like, okay,
Exactly.
this is exactly.
Exactly. You'll probably hear me a lot out there going, yes. So I'll be cheering it
Absolutely
on.
agree.
Yes, that's exactly. That'll be me out there cheering him on. Yes.
So Melissa, give us your Instagram so we can look you up.
It is easy. It's Melissa Niece, so it's Niece, just like niece or nephew, Smith.
And can you tell us about what Alive and Well is about?
Alive and Well is all about living well, healthy living, and just looking and feeling your best.
And I understand you're going to be having Sean Kanan on it?
We actually had Sean on our show. He talked about Cobra Couples, and he gave me a karate lesson, which was so much fun.
That sounds very cool.
Yes, I love karate now. I really want to do it as a hobby, I guess, or really to defend myself. It's like, yes! Ha!
That's very awesome. And where do we find your show?
We air on the USA Today Network and also in syndication nationwide.
Oh, great. And well, we look forward to looking for that. And can you give us like your website, Instagram for it?
Sure. Our website's pretty easy. It's aliveandwell.tv, and my Instagram's MichelleHarris_TV.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. And I understand your show just got renewed. Congratulations.
Oh, yes. I think for 4 more years, which is a good thing. And I'm 42 and counting, and we're starting our 52nd year over there, so it's great.
Yeah, and I heard that will make it 55 seasons. Is that right?
Well, it's 4 more. Yeah, 55. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good. You have to say 55 and counting.
And counting. Oh, yes, and counting.
I like the and counting part.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, 55 and counting. That's much better.
Yeah.
And what does it mean, this relationship booked with you? I mean,
I'm friends with both Sean and Michele. I've worked with Sean, for years, and I've seen his other books. So I think it's really neat that they did this one together. And I'm happy for them, and so I wanted to make sure I could come and support them.
That's wonderful. Yeah, to have this relationship thing going on. And what advice would you give? What relationship? Do you have any key relationship tips?
I think the most important thing is communication. My husband, unfortunately, has passed away. But whenever, I was going to go somewhere, or I would always leave him a note, always. Never miss it. So I asked him one day, I said, well, what would you think if I didn't leave you a note on your pillow? And he said, I would think you didn't go. So, yeah, it's really important. Communication. To tell each other how you feel, what's good, not only what's bad, but what's good, too. Yeah.
That's wonderful advice. And Kate, where can we get your Instagram?
Well, if you go to katelinder.com, my website, it's all right there. You can just click on it. Instagram and Twitter and X or,
That's how I found out about your renewal. I went on your website.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Okay.
So the website works.
That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kate. It's always a pleasure.
It's always nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And you're a model and a comedian, right? And an actress?
And a vampire, apparently, after the last film,
So that's what you're going off the hair for your vampire in a film?
Yes, I just came back from Atlanta. It's with amazing cast. I can't say much about it, but it will come out soon.
Congratulations to that.
Usually I'm blonde.
Yes.
My soul is blonde,
And I know that we can see you all around town, right?
I hope so. I mean, don't try to stalk me, but yes, you can see me around.
Like the Comedy Club, Laugh Factory, Improv.
Yes,
as far as that, yes.
Yes, absolutely, all around town. And the film Strange Darlings, which is out now as well.
That wasn't a stalking thing, it was promoting thing.
Yes, I know. Thank you for having a sense of humor.
So, what are we, now, was this book, this relationship, what relationship advice would you give? Because I
mean, I'm married for, the last, I don't remember how many years. I won't go back, but it takes two to tango, for sure, and it takes every day to kind of check with yourself and love another person a little bit more than just loving yourself. It's like, it's a team. So it always changes, relationship change over years, it's not the person you are with now that you maybe met, and there's a lot of different assets that goes into growing together as a couple.
Absolutely. And Eugenia, where is your social media handle?
Eugenia Kuzmina, that's it. Instagram.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Eugenia. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Don't try to hack me on social media.
Not hack you or stalk you. We're just promoting you.
Yes, thank you. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you.
And you're on The Bold and the Beautiful?
Yes, I play Poppy on The Bold and the Beautiful.
And so that's how you know our author?
Yes, Sean and his wife Michele. So I got to be actually quite friendly with Michele as well.
Well, that's wonderful. And what do you think of this book with them coming out?
I'm really excited to read it. I had like a few insights, and Michele was telling me a bit ago, before, so I knew this was being set up and planned, and I said I definitely want to come because I will tell you, even some of the stuff she was telling me, it's such great advice and so insightful. And so I said I need to buy this book immediately. But it wasn't out yet, so now I'm here. Yeah, and I'm thrilled.
So there's some pretty good tips in there?
Yes. They really get deep and insightful, and with some pretty good advice. She was giving me advice, from the book at the time, and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing.
You're like, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, how did I not think of that? That makes sense. Yes. So I definitely recommend this book to everybody.
Gotta get to the crux, especially with relationships. You never know.
Well, relationships are so hard.
They're more predictable.
Yeah, and different personalities, and and I think men are really simpler than women make them out to be. And that's something that Michele did say. And I was like, you're right, I guess they are. And then I talked to so many men about this, and I said, would you say you're simple? Like, yeah, we're really easy. We don't overthink, we don't overanalyze, pretty much is what you get. So I was like, okay, that even something like that helps a lot, because as women, I think you can relate. I know we overanalyze, we overthink, we worry about this, that, what are they thinking? They're not. They're really not. We should give ourselves a break, right?
So true.
So true. So.
Where do we find you on social media?
Instagram. Handles at Romy Park, ROMYPARK.
I understand you're a photographer?
Yes, I am, and I shoot Sean. I've shot him many times, and he's fabulous in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
You're like, not hard on the eyes, right? Makes my job easy, yes. But tomorrow, I am shooting both Sean and Michele for the book, for promotional material, and whatever else they need to get the book out there. So it's going to be fun.
Well, that's fabulous. And where do we find your multiple photography work?
Oh, we can find it on raquelphoto.com. That is my website. And then at Raquel Crelly Photography is my Instagram.
That's wonderful. So, congratulations. And what relationship advice can you give us, like one little relationship advice you can give us?
Do you know, read the book. I found it really, I'm not just saying this, I've been in a relationship 14 years, I'm not married, and I read the book for the photo shoot tomorrow just to understand the vibe. I thought it was amazing and really helpful. So my relationship advice is buy their book, and you will get better advice than I could ever give.
That is wonderful, because what a great promotion for their book as well. Yeah, we need to buy the book for the expert opinions.
Exactly, that's right. You got to buy the book to know what to do. But anyway, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.